I'd like to invite Tammi Schneider, who needs no introduction, but I'm introducing her anyway, to come up and share some thoughts with you on this Rosh Hashanah.
Okay, thank you. Okay. All right. Shana Tova. Shana Tova. Once upon a time, I was sent to Dean fundraising camp. I was taught that the best fundraising, similar to what we heard earlier this morning from Lauren, is when you don't have to ask for money because the donor is so on board with your vision and mission that their contribution means more to them and they get more out of their gift than you do receiving it. An academic riff on Maimonides. So today, I am going to remind you of what a beautiful, unique, critical place TBI is for all of us, so that I don't have to ask for money, but everyone here will want to give generously because of our great love for this place. And I'm not turning around to look at Gary, who's plotzing right now. There is so much to love about TBI that I cannot cover everything in the 7 minutes I was allotted. So I'm going to talk about what I know. Jewish prayer, i.e. services and life cycle events, adult Jewish learning, the women of TBI, with some odds and ends thrown into my finale. While the specifics are my own, I will speak in the first person plural, we, because today and next week on Yom Kippur, that is how we Jews pray, the first person plural. All the bad things for which we ask forgiveness are in the plural. And so all the beautiful things today I will be reviewing will be as well. We are a synagogue, and services are one of the regular weekly touch places we can all access. Even before COVID, our TBI clergy ensured that anyone could attend services by creating online access. Our services are both traditional and unique. They are traditional in that we have a rabbi and a cantor, and unique because our rabbi and our cantor have been working together for 20 years, which we just celebrated an amazing party a few weeks ago. And both are good at different things and have figured out how to navigate together. I happen to be a fan of shul band services because many of us believe that Jewish prayers are best expressed with the saxophone and drums. That group. A new innovation is the third Shabbat of the month services, which begin early, are shorter, and end sooner. Regardless of your preference, our rabbi is going to offer insight, as he just did, either through the explanation of a prayer or his sermon, which makes us think and oftentimes cry. There will always be at least one moment, usually many, when we are transported because of the music, which we also just experienced. Regardless of who you are, our rabbi listens to every name recited, either for healing or yard site. He gives that nod like, him, right? Or her. While I may sob more than most during yard site, Gary knows this, we have a community and a setting where that is okay too. Speaking of me crying, our services are an opportunity for the entire congregation to watch the children of TBI grow up to bar bat mitzvah. Our synagogue is small enough, and our expectation for our kids is that they become part of the community and therefore must begin leading services well before the actual event. It means the rest of the congregation gets to watch these people mature before our very eyes. It is a beautiful vision of hope for the future, and we are going to see many of them soon during the Torah service. I will make only 2 of many potential points about the high holidays. At TBI, we bless each other. While it may have started because our rabbi cannot do this, it is moving to see our congregation before us, blessing us as we bless them. The president and former president's entrance to the sanctuary on Yom Kippur functions as a metaphor for the Jewish people. All of them literally carry the responsibility and honor of the Torah, the core of our tradition. That segment of the service is long. They hand off the Torah, again, metaphorically sharing both the weight and the joy of our tradition. Studying our tradition is something TBI does well. It is true that we have some great lecture series since we are lucky enough to have a congregation with brilliant faculty who know about Jewish stuff in our midst. And again, I'm not turning around because now his head's too big. Our rabbi regularly updates his education and offers classes then to us. Yet at TBI, learning includes things like food, Jewish food connected to holidays and mashups. Ooh, did I just announce the event on December 15th? I think I did. Or Sarah Truitt's events where we read powerful plays out loud together. And soon she will lead a midrash writing workshop. Ooh, another ad. And let us not forget Judy Rose introducing us to great films and the Smolins leading us on fascinating trips in Southern California. I'm going to mention the women of TBI because we are fairly new and particularly unique. During COVID, our fearless leader, Candy Fisher, revived our group. This summer, we hosted the URJ Regional Conference for Southern California and learned how very great we are. It was the largest group they had had in years. And everyone left amazed by TBI. The women of TBI led a session about reviving a sisterhood. There we learned that most sisterhoods still are about what the sisterhoods can do for the congregation, not our model, which is what can we, the women of TBI, do to lift up each other. Our events are designed to be educational, Jewish, and fun. And I'm going to end on the fun component. Because joy is a hallmark of our congregation, be it WTBI, AGL, the Brotherhood, Benko, potato, the Mahjong Group, joining with membership, the Religion Action Committee, easy, quick, you can do it from home by October 15th. And Joni, see, somebody read the Kahila, or even our fundraiser, the Big 70s Disco Party. Judaism is about joy and celebration, and at TBI, we have formed a community that supports each other in times of need, and yet we also manage to maintain a spirit of joy that renews many of us. These things are expensive. We now have to have a gate. It has to be human. We need security guards. We need equipment to have services online. We need office staff. Our children need to be educated. We need books for our library. Not everyone can afford yearly dues, but we need them as part of our community. We need air conditioning, and we always need food. Those are just a few of the necessities we want for our congregation. Hopefully, I have reminded you of how beautiful our congregation is, and that you will have gained more than you have given and will continue to give. Shana Tova. May we all have a happy and healthy new year. And just the ushers will be going around collecting envelopes, right? Ushers wandering around collecting envelopes. Fill out your cards first. And where's my envelope? I learned a few years ago from my colleague who I'm not allowed to sit next to during services because Gretchen says we don't behave well enough, but Jay let us do that today, that if you fill out your check in advance and bring it in an envelope, you don't even have to remember to send in your check later. So, thank you, Gary. Oh, look, Gary, you have your envelope too. Look at that. Let me go collect it from you.